Debbie Mucarsel-Powell of Florida. She's running to replace Rick Scott in the U.S. Senate. It's great to have you with us, and it's great to see you again. Talk to me about why the Senate is so important when it comes to the courts, when we're seeing what played out today with the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the results of those Trump appointees and really rejecting the court of opinion of the public. I mean, we know that the majority of Americans support common sense laws. This was actually an executive order that was passed under President Trump, if you remember, and that's why executive orders really don't stand. And it's incredibly important at this point to make sure that Congress acts and protects the safety of our children, protects public safety for our communities, like Congressman Reskin, a good friend of mine, just mentioned. I mean, they're siding with the gun lobby and not doing what they need to do to protect our children's lives. Now, that's very important, obviously, to be in the Senate and to make sure that we keep the majority of the Senate here in November. And the Senate majority is going to run through Florida. We know that we need to pick up a seat. Rick Scott is the most vulnerable Republican that we have and the most unpopular Republican in the state of Florida right now. Polling is showing that we are statistically tied at this point. But this man is someone that lies to Floridians, is trying to lie his record away. And he's actually right now, as you're talking about Senate appointments for the judiciary, what he's doing is blocking some very significant appointments right now in retaliation because he doesn't agree with the conviction of the former president. I mean, he is the poster child of extremism and one of the most radical members that we have right now in the Senate.
It seems also like he's gaslighting us. I mean, Rick Scott put out an ad today vowing to protect IVF one day after he voted against protecting IVF. It feels, as I was saying, a little bit of gaslighting because, you know, any other case of believe what they do, not what they say. Is there any doubt that he would just follow along with whatever Trump wanted, including confirming any and all of Trump's judicial nominees, and not be an independent thinker? He is a MAGA through and through.
Oh, absolutely, Eamon. I mean, the man must think that we were born yesterday, which is the day that he voted against IVF. I mean, here's someone that has been pushing for a national abortion ban, supports the most extreme ban on abortion here in the state of Florida, 6-week ban with hardly any exceptions to rape and incest. But now he's using his wealth, the wealth that he has been accumulating in office in the Senate to lie to Floridians, which is why it's so important for everyone watching tonight to make sure that he doesn't get reelected because he wants to be Trump's puppet in the Senate and become Senate majority leader. He will pass a national abortion ban. He will block access to contraception. He will block access to IVF. So if you're watching tonight, I need you with me. I need you to go to Debbie for Florida and support me in this race. We are tied. This is our one pickup opportunity to make sure that we keep the Senate majority so that we can, for once and for all, really get rid of the extremist policies that the MAGA agenda is trying to push through and using Rick Scott as the puppet for that.
All right, former Congresswoman Debbie Mucarsel-Powell, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. As always, it's great to see you.
Thank you.